So tell me about the club.
Okay, the club was founded 2002, I think, or one. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't remember it because I'm in club for 5 years. And it used to be the first club in Czech Republic and Slovakia. Then the Slovakian club was founded. It was a kind of a branch of the Czech club, but nowadays it's on their own. And the Czech club was founded by one great woman. She knows about ferrets a lot. Unfortunately, nowadays mostly she probably doesn't have time for it. So we have different head of the club, or a third one. And the new head, she's called, or she has a nickname, Maida, and she's really good. She has her own internet shop for ferrets.
Oh, cool! Awesome.
So it's the best way how to get things for ferrets from her.
What's the internet shop?
It's called Obchůdek u Maidy.
You'll have to write it down for me, and I'll include it in the video for all the Czech people.
And there are more shops for ferrets, but this one is the most famous one, probably.
Okay.
Oh, there's one more. And she's doing a lot for ferrets. She helped the club to improve, because at the beginning the club was quite big, lots of people coming inside, but then it got worse. And nowadays I think we are getting better and better.
Oh, good.
Maida's doing lots of lots of things for people, for ferrets. She's trying to inform people, so she has quite often visitors from television.
Oh,
she was in a few times in the television.
Yeah.
Me too, actually.
Yeah, you too. I was gonna say you too.
Yeah, I was once in television, just in Prague television. It's just for Prague. But so the club is getting better. Yeah. Unfortunately, there are more clubs nowadays, so the people are not connected together. Yeah. The biggest problem is that the Czech club of ferret owners and friends of ferrets, how is it called? It's mostly concentrating on helping ferrets and informating people. And we are not so keen in breeding, because we think it's more important to help the ferrets that are lost and things like that, and to especially help people. And we don't like breeding ferrets on the colors and things like that to get them more nicer. Or all the ferrets are nice and beautiful. It doesn't have to be a special color.
Yeah, exactly.
So we don't agree with those colors. We don't agree with breeding the deaf ferrets. And those things, so we have lots of troubles with other people who wants to have those, nicer ferrets, and they founded their own club. And yeah, it's nice that they have a register of breeds and things like that. It can work. I said he's coming back. Yeah.
He seems to be going a lot slower now.
Yeah, it looks like. Oh, So now it's kind of a problem, and the other problem is that there are not so many people that want to work together with club in the other parts of the Republic, and the club is mostly in Prague. Yeah, we should get the club somewhere to Moravia and the other parts. Unfortunately, we are not successful right in this moment.
Yeah, well, maybe now they'll know about it. But I agree with you when you were saying that, some clubs deal with breeding and selling their ferrets. I think that a club, especially a shelter, should focus more on the well-being of ferrets and look after abandoned ferrets and just general well-being of ferrets rather than selling. I don't really think it's an authentic club if you're selling ferrets and breeding them. It just doesn't make sense to me, especially if you're breeding bad genes, deaf ferrets, and just breeding for colours and stuff like that. So I agree with you on that one. So what do you do in the club?
Of course, we have a website where you can find lots of information.
What's it called?
It's fretka.cz.
Okay, awesome.
It's just easy, fretka.cz. And in this club we make some meetings like 3 times a year. We have one on kind of Valentine's Day. We call it a Valentine's meeting. Sometimes it's in March, sometimes in January. It's Valentine's. And originally it was for meeting ferrets, for breeders or something like that. Nowadays it's more like having fun. And we have lots of, I don't want to say Olympic for ferrets, but they do lots of kind of sports.
Awesome!
Including kissing and things like that. Yeah.
What, you kissing the ferrets? Like,
No,
having
they are kissing us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a great sport.
And my Lizzie is a champion. So.
Really?
She's great.
I think your Lizzie and our Yuki, we should compete. She's a big kisser too.
So this is the first thing. Then there are always someone interesting coming, and those people have a speech. So like vets, or we had lots of interesting people coming.
Yeah.
And the kind of the same meeting we have in autumn. It was like 2 weeks ago, or not, last weekend, 15th, which was again interesting meeting. And then we have one which is in end of the May, usually, or in a May. Basically, it was in the end. And we call it like a witches meeting. Usually, we have a tradition in Czech Republic that on the last day of April we make huge fires and we like burn the witches.
Oh yeah, awesome.
And we make it like for ferrets. Of course, we are not burning anyone. We are just burning maybe the sausages on the fire.
Yeah, and the ferrets going.
They always want to try.
Yeah.
And it's a great meeting because it's outside. Only once it was raining, so since I remember, so it's great usually.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's a really nice meeting. Just again, there are lots of competitions and things like that. So.
Cool. That sounds like
that,
fun.
Then of course we are trying to inform people. That means sometimes there are some how it's called, like markets for animals and lots of meetings of animals, breeders and things like that. We are trying to show our shelter and what the club is doing and things like that.
So you go to other animal conventions and stuff like that, and just have like a stall and talk about ferrets?
For example, or they usually take they are doing there some that someone comes in the middle in front of everyone and saying something about those things. So we do it with ferrets too.
Oh, cool.
Or what I heard, I don't do it. So. Yeah, and as a club, as I said, we are visiting the hospital and other things.
Cool, fantastic.
And especially we have the shelter. So that's the biggest thing that we are doing right now.
Yeah.
Next to the website.
How many ferrets do you have in your shelter?
I'm not sure right now. I think it's about 7. We have right now we have 2 places where we have ferrets. One is in Beroun, which is near Prague, and one is near Mladá Boleslav. And we had most of them. We had like 18 or something like that at one moment. Yeah. But those shelters are one in a small flat and one is in the house, so there can't be so many ferrets. Yeah. But we are taking just lost ferrets, abandoned. Not that anyone who wants to get rid of the ferret. There's one shelter who takes the ferrets. Who someone called them, I don't want that ferret. And the woman is coming to get the ferret. Just I think the wrong way. When someone like that calls to our girls, they try to persuade him to keep it, to give him more chance, and they offer help about how to do it. Because people, they got a baby and they think, oh, it's so cute and nice. Then it becomes like a teenager, like the puberty, and it's getting worse and it's naughty and it's destroying things and biting a lot, and they become scared. Yeah. So that's they don't read anything about ferrets before, and they usually fed them badly and things like that. So
So it's important to be educated about ferrets and read up on ferrets, and make sure that when you get any animal, not just a ferret, it's a forever animal. It's not just until you get bored with it. You have to have any animal, not just ferrets, but any animal for life once you get it. So sometimes there are certain circumstances that it gets a little bit hard, but when you get an animal, it's for life.
It is.
Yeah. So how can people get in touch with you if they want to find out more about ferrets or meet up with you guys?
It's quite easy. We are on the website. We have Facebook, which is quite easily to find out. And guys for sledding down
That's it, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's the
Fantastic.
easiest way.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool stuff. Well, so the website is Ferretka. Ferretka.cz and the Facebook page?
It's Facebook.com, of course, / Club Ferretka. Yeah,
We'll post it up. Okay, cool stuff. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Anna. And we're going to go visit the rest of Prague because Anna is the best guide in Prague. So if you're ever in Prague, then you have to see Anna. Right. She's the best. And we're going to sign off on that and start going for a walk.
Okay.
Bye.